Sorry, I had my mic muted. Anyways, everybody, welcome to another Payday 2 video, and we're going to be talking about the last few builds that I have. What a ride it's been. I did have pre-videos planned, and I've been actually trying to complete these heists with these builds by myself, but that's not really the point, you know? For builds, I always try to set them up as a team-based kind of thing, and most of these builds are team-based, but since I have some weird thing where everybody expects me to do a Death Wish solo at this point in time, I feel like since we're almost coming up to the end of every skill, you know, the new skill tree is heading in soon, probably, that I just show you the builds that I use. I'm going to be showing you the Mr. Foster and the comedian builds, and then I'll get into each build that I personally use. So the Mr. Foster build, Scarged assault rifle. Problem with this gun is the amount of low ammo it has, so that's why I also have problems, plus the stability is just awful with it. But it was the gun that Mr. Foster used in the picture, so I would use that. And then you got the 9mm pistol that he uses. I had this crazy idea of using the Dosh money bundle for it, and then there's the little grenades because it fit with the commando class that I was going for. As you can see here, these are the skills: endurance, leadership, dominator, equilibrium, spotter, combat doctor, gunslinger, and kilmer. Next was transporter, pumping iron, underdog, stun resistance, shotgun impact, shotgun CQB, ammo specialist. I put in shotgun skills in case anyone wanted to use a shotgun with this build, because there are shotguns within Killing Floor. Like, this was basically for the Killing Floor 2 guns video that will be out soon, hopefully. There's a steel, sharpshooter, and Ghost. You got cat burglar, cleaner, sprinter, fast hand, shinobi, martial arts, and then in fugitive you got thick skin, daredevil, and running gun. Though half of these skills were completely useless to me for the fact that I was using a two-piece suit for Mr. Foster. Hold on, I was gonna play some music while I did this. Always gets me in the mood. And ultimately, the problem with this build is it's not really a solo build, even though it was kind of planned to be. It just doesn't work out the way that it's supposed to be. So, there you go. We'll be saying goodbye to the Mr. Foster build. Rest in peace. Also, there was a wolf build that was planned to be the Payday 2 wolf build, but I feel like that's useless now, since with the new basically the new tree revamp, that there's no point in even having those types of skills anymore. So, right, next, we're gonna go into comedian, so I'm just gonna mute the music for a second. The comedian build was based off of the Watchmen character. You got Cable Guy, Control Freak, because he was kind of a law enforcement in that group. Spotter, Endurance, Leadership, Dominator, Equilibrium, Combat Doctor, Gunslinger, Inspire, because he had inspiring lines. Transporter, Pumping Iron, Underdog, Die Hard, Shotgun Impact, Stun Resistance, Ammo Specialist, Shotgun CQB, Fully Loaded, and Overkill. This was actually, I think, the one build that could work by itself, but I don't feel the need to even show it off. There's a steel, and then there's sharpshooter, and ghost, there's sprinter, fast hand, shinobi, cleaner, and then cat burglar. And that's about it for the comedian build. He uses the goat simulator shotgun as his secondary and the GO4 as primary. Or if you want, you can modify your cross kill to look like the one that he used in the movie at the first scene, and then use a flamethrower as his primary. And then that's about it. So now I'm going to be renaming these. So there we go. And then we're going to go over here to Wolf's, which was actually the dodge build that I was currently making. So we're just going to, and yes, it does have pistol skills in it. It does. If this is solely on dodge, then I'm probably not going to be worrying about most of my teammates and like helping them, which is a very selfish build basically. Let's see, converted probably. Get the pistol skills. One skill point left. At least I'll interact with them faster, but yeah. Let's see here. So that will be my Payday 2 dodge build. CDs dodge. And then Mr. Foster. What should we do for the last one? Should I show off? You know what? For the last one, I'll make a starter build for anyone out there playing Payday 2. Maybe I don't know. Like I'll make a starter build, maybe. Like for when you hit 100 and you're just starting out in Payday 2, I guess. So we'll just name that starter. Right, so in the Captain Diamond build, which is the primary build that I pretty much use in almost all of my videos when I'm running with the guys, I have Endurance, Leadership, Dominator, Equilibrium, Spotter, Combat Doctor, Gunslinger, Kilmer, and Inspire. Reason why I run with this tree, also if we go into Enforcer, which is Transporter, Pumping Iron, Underdog, Die Hard, Stun Resistance, Ammo Specialist, Fully Loaded, and Iron Man. In Technician, I have Nerves of Steel and Sharpshooter. Ghost, I have Sprinter, Cat Burglar, Cleaner, Fast Hands, and Shinobi. And nothing in Fugitive because there's no point. This is a strictly heavy kind of build, heavy duty, loud build. I do use, my favorite guns to use is the AK. Death Wish, I would say no. When I usually go, like, if I'm ever on Overkill, I run with any kind of type of gun that I have. But the primary guns that I use on Death Wish is, as a primary, always the M308. And basically any other kind of pistol, such as Desert Eagle, Jericho, Crosskill, the Strack, the White Strack, or can't think of anything else. And I have, you know, Combat Doctor to, in case, I have it set up so when I'm going loud, I have the usual equipment for the team when I, you know, have ammo or, you know, health bags, and then I, basically all of this is catered to me to stay alive speed-wise when I'm in a huge armor tank build. Next is my stealth build, This is fully just stealth allowed. So on Mastermind I have endurance, and I did have a bit of a problem trying to figure out the skills because I wanted to get the body bag asset ace, but couldn't. You know, where the cases. Cable guy, ace to tie down civilians, control freak so they're intimidated and stay there longer, dominator in case if I want to, for some odd reason, dominate a cop, endurance for the speed, transporter for moving bags, and then sorry, I have to answer a text. Someone's having a bad day. Pumping iron, you know, to deal damage to basic enemies. And for a melee, I always, with my loud build, I always run with a buzzer. But now I might use the fists, the electric fists, basically. Mainly because they have a chance, I don't think they have any, like, sort of chance base of stunning enemy, like, they'll fully stun them. But who knows, I usually run with those. Though, to be honest, the kunai knife, it poisons them, so they actually take damage while they're poisoned, so it's a better alternative in my opinion, but buzzer always seems nice in a loud build. And I have drill skills, just in case if I need to drill anything, but if you take those away, I probably put them into something else, maybe like damage or just the body bags. In Ghost, I have Sprinter, Cat Burglar, Cleaner, Chameleon, Fast Hands, Shinobi, Martial Arts, eSIM Specialist, eSIM Overdrive, Lock Picking Expert, and Camera Loop. In Fugitive, I have Hidden Blade, Daredevil, Run and Gun, Sixth Sense, Winston Wolf, and Undertaker. Mainly in case if I need body bags and not ECMs, if ECMs are not that useful. And that's pretty much my go-to kind of stealth build. Though usually when I'm doing a heist, I usually cater to that certain heist. Next is my loud build. So, let's see. This is probably for most kind of like heists where I'm not going to be mainly the Inspire guy. So if I remember correctly, what I had was a Transporter, I had Die Hard, I had Shotgun skills, I had Underdog, I had Pumping Iron, had Stun Resistance, that. Let's see here. No, I think I'm good there. Let's see here. And then Mastermind, I'd probably just get endurance and then maybe leadership. And then Technician is the next step here. Deploy time, accuracy with all rifles. Just skills. Yep, and I already ran out of money. Great. Well, this should be fun. Let's see. So the next I probably spend another 8 points into Bulletproof, and then Mag Plus. And then in Ghost, I recommend trying to maybe get up to Fast Hands, but if you can't, since you're just a tank, just go with this type build setup. You're just getting like a Mag Plus, and then you get Bulletproof, and then there you go. And you have drills and everything, so you're basically like the explosive type guy. So now into Dodge. My go-to Dodge build is, it's basically selfish. It's a selfish build. Like, I don't have Inspire for certain reasons. Though I kind of balance that out with the way that I did. So I have Endurance for speed, Leadership for stability, Dominator to dominate cops to get rid of the cable guy asset, which, by the way, I feel like Cable Guy is kind of useless in my opinion, but that's just me. Equilibrium for more accuracy, or not accuracy, yeah, accuracy with pistols, +4. Then Spotter to deal more damage, then Joker to convert enemies if my team needs it. Then I got Gunslinger to do, my reload is faster and deal more damage with pistols, which that'll balance out with the Akimbo skill problem. Nothing in Enforcer, though usually I pick up Transporter to be helpful, but since this is a dodge and I'm probably going to be the guy that's going to be running around and like giving people health sometimes, I'm not really going to be picking up a whole lot of things. Though if I do, I have the fast at hands thing. So for this, I have Sprinter Ace, Cat Burglar Ace, Cleaner Basic, and then I have Shinobi Basic. And then Fugitive, I have Hidden Blade, which reduces basically concealment, and then I got Daredevil, which, to be honest with you, the best way to do this, right, instead of going for the noise thing, since you aren't really going to be stealthing a whole lot, I go basic with that and doing a stab, because in case if you have, like, on a zip line, you have more dodge, and then you got run and gun that doesn't affect your movement speed. Got duck and cover, quick fix, uppers, then I go with low blow, sneaky, and then akimbo. Most people, right, most people would go for Swan Song, but I find that skill, I've never liked that skill. I've always hated it. Not always, but I never favored it. Alright, well, since I'm probably not going to be doing this most of the time, basically, here, just to give you a rough idea of what I would probably use in my loud build, we're going to be going over to the starter build. Now, these are for people who are just starting out into Payday 2, so I will be going to the trusty Payday 2 build maker, Payday 2 build. You won't be able to see it on my side, but I'm going to make sure that all the skills I'm buying are for people that are under the infamy. So people who have not gone infamy. So if you're starting out with Payday 2, I recommend stealthing first. Like, stealth is the very first thing that you need to learn in the Payday 2. Reason being is because stealth is going to save you, even though it's hard, it's going to be better than going loud for your for your time starting. Because once you've learned the stealth mechanics, you can do that on the fly. Like, if you're really good at it, you can do that on the fly. So if you're doing, I don't know, say maybe, what's a stealth and loud heist? For an example, First World Bank. First World Bank is a good loud heist. It's very fun to do on loud, but the stealth is also fun and kind of challenging on Death Wish. I'm guessing, for starter players, you won't be, doing the big heist like Big Bank, and maybe not even First World Bank. You might be doing a Ukrainian job, but learning stealth is very good in when starting out with Payday 2. Learning loud, I would say, could be good when on the, if you're doing a loud heist, have a few loud skills, but I would always just go for stealth skills first. So, what I would recommend is into Mastermind, pick up basic medical bags, and then pick up endurance for speed, and then Cable Guy. Reason why I'm picking up Cable Guy and endurance is because these are going to be useful for loud and stealth, so you won't have a problem with that. Next, in an Enforcer, I would recommend going into Transporter. Transporter is very good with stealth and loud. And next to that, I would pick up Underdog. Reason for Underdog is because Underdog, if you're surrounded by enemies, which you most likely will, on your first to normal to maybe hard to very hard to overkill heists, and hopefully not Death Wish. I would not recommend using a starter build on Death Wish. So let me just punch in the numbers there. Into Technician, you don't really need anything. Though it would be entirely useful for your team, and if you want, here, let's set this up. So Nerves of Steel, right? And we're just going to be setting this to certain T here. Right. So I would recommend going to this type setup. If you can, I would probably basic that, you know, just to have a few skills left over. So now, when we go into Ghost, money is a very key thing. Now, Dead Presidents isn't going to be as useful later on, and I know Ness for a fact usually has this in all his loud and stealth builds, which I don't blame him for. He loves this skill. But for most players, this is very good at the starting age. Reason being is that loose change is a bit more, and if you need a few extra bucks, it won't be harmful just to pick up a few wads of cash, and it might actually help you buy an attachment or buying assets for your future heists. So even though it's a small percentage, it's still good. Next, I pick up Sprinter. Sprinter is good because you're going to be moving very fast. Next, I pick up Cab Burglar Basic. And then after that, hold on, I should probably be sticking to the actual tree here. So, we've got this, and then we got this, so it's looking pretty good. Next, I pick up Cleaner Aced. Reason being is because it's a very good stealth skill to have, and also the damage bonus against special enemies. You get a 5 more damage against special enemies, which is going to help on loud heists, mostly. Next, I would go for Fast Hands, because you're going to be moving bags a lot, no matter what. And then later after that, I pick up Shinobi Basic, here. And then after that, I pick up Chameleon. And then I get your ECMs. Reason being is because these ECMs are going to be very useful within stealth. Next, we're going to go into Fugitive for a bit. Reason being is because it still has a few bit of stealth skills that I think are very useful during the loud. So in this, you're going to be picking up Hidden Blade and Sixth Sense. Hidden Blade Ace. Reason being is you're going into Fugitive like this is because in encasing mode you can pick up things, which is going to be very useful for your team when you're doing a stealth heist or something. Next, you probably want to get that extra movement speed, and I pick up Thick Skin because it has increased the armor of all ballistic vests. So when you do go loud, you have, you know, extra armor in your ballistic vests there. Alright, now, let's see here. So I would put in an extra body bag there, and if you accidentally may kill a civilian, you can go put that into Aced there. And then put in a climbing speed. I'm sorry, I need that climbing speed. Now, with 40 points sparing, now you're probably being like, well, there's other trees here, right? For me right now, the Ghost, let's see here. For an example, the Enforcer tree is still at this tier. It's still in the 2nd tier for starter players. And in the Mastermind tier, it's in this tier. So, we've spent, let's see, how many points have we spent? Apparently we should only have 37 skills, I'm sorry. So imagine that to be 37. I don't know why I have like extra skills. Maybe it's because I don't know why that's a thing. I really don't. So, with the 37 skills that you have left, I recommend, right, this is just a personal thought, right? I recommend that, let's see here, we go into Control Freak Aced, because that's going to get you some special assets that it can be good for loud and stealth. Then I get Dominator Basic, because that is very good when you run out of, like, basic, you know, like, cable guys, and you need a civilian fast. And then I pick up Spotter because it deals more damage to, you know, the enemies. And then the rest are up to you here. Though I would try and get medical bags if you can. Next is here in Enforcer. Now, Enforcer, I would say, let's see, we have 31 points left, so I need to take away 3 of those in my mind, so when we are last, we should have like 3 points apparently. I don't know why this is that, but maybe it's had to do something with the infamy trees or something. I would say that, you know, maybe Die Hard. Die Hard wouldn't be good, or wouldn't be too bad because the armor recovery is good when going loud. And then I leave that up to you to get maybe stun resistance or pumping iron. Into Ghost, you really don't need anything else. The only thing that I think, if you... Hold on, wait a minute. We didn't go into Technician. You should be fine here. Maybe, like, you get Drill Sergeant Ace. Here, let's go pick that up. Just because we can. Oh, there we go. There's the... Alright, now I'm... Okay. Because I had Drill Sergeant Ace. That's why. In the build. Stupid. With the 27 points that you have left... I would probably say get Pick Locking Basic and get ECM Overdrive Basic and then get Camera Loop Basic. Reason being is because these skills are going to be very handy for stealth. Fugitive, you don't really need anything else. Now with 15 points, you have the option to either go into Mastermind to get those Doctor Bags for loud or to Enforcer to get those ammo bags. There's really nothing else that you need here in the Technician tree, unless you want to get Silent Breaching for your stealth heist. But it really doesn't matter. In Ghost, you don't really need anything else. Maybe Cat Burglar, if you want to pick that up. So, for example, if we went into Combat Doctor somehow, and you had a few leftover points, I'd say put into this one because it reduces the custody time, actually, by 50%. So if you go into custody, you should be out in, you know, no time. So that helps you get back into the fight more. And also, damage reduced so that you only take armor damage from the following non-fatal heights. Don't get Shinobi Ace anymore because that skill is this is useless. Lockpicking Expert or Camera Loop, you know, 10 extra seconds is not bad for stealth, but in most heists, since you're not going to be running the big boy heists at your starter, basic it would just be fine. And then Lockpicking Expert is to help maybe open a few safes or, I don't know, open a few windows, doors, you know, get that extra edge. And it's also useful for loud because if you're in a sticky situation and you need to get out fast, and if you're pick locking a door and it takes forever, you most likely will get ambushed, or, well, not really ambushed, but closed in, and will get, you know, killed. So maybe those 25, you know, speed boosts is nice. And in Fugitive, there's really nothing here because all of this is pretty much dodge. So you can cut this out except for maybe going for Undertaker. Maybe for your stealth heist if you don't really need the ECMs. Also, getting ECM Overdrive can open certain electric doors. But with silent, or not really silent, the drill skills, that shouldn't be a bit of a problem unless if it's in the open, but like you're going to be, you know, usually in the open. So with the 15 points, I would recommend going for mostly team-based and loud skills. Reason being is because even though you're going with a stealth build and it's pretty secure right now, it's pretty good for most of what you would use, the 15 points still matter. So I would say, since people mostly use rifles, I'm going to be going for these skills here. And I can only basic that skill. So maybe, right, theory here, stun resistance. And pumping iron. Hold on, we have to follow the rules of the, this here. Hold on, wait a minute. So if yes, I would like to refund my skills. And see, it's not even open here. Apparently, I still have 23 points, which, hold on. Wait, why do I have 23 points. Oh, it's because I didn't pick up these. Pfft, I'm stupid. And now I have 10 points. Gosh darn it, I just messed that entire system up. Okay, so you should have an 11 points. Leadership. To be honest, you would probably want to go for combat, because combat doctor, even though if it's not ace, getting 2 bags is better than 1, because those 2 bags combined are 4 charges for your team. So it's pretty good. So let's go over here, try and figure out how we're going to get there. Now, I put this into leadership because stability with pistols and assault rifles is mainly what you're going to be going with. But of course, this build can go later on as time develops. Just also noting that. But if you don't want to go infamy yet, this is probably the best. And you can like mix it up too. This is just how I would be going about it. Let's see here. Ah, there we go. So we just basic that, and then we can go into here. Can't ace it though. So I have 6 skill points left, and I probably put those in a pumping iron and maybe stun resistance to reduce the flashbangs. And put those there. And I got 4 points left. 4 points left. If there only was a skill that was useful on loud, if you had silent. Hey, silent killer. I know. Silent killer, what the point? What is wrong with you? Why are you doing this? Well, it's good for stealth in case if you're going with murky waters, but it's also good if you have like a weak pistol and you're trying to kill a cop, or like a security guard, which mostly if they don't even detect you, they instantly die. I mean, it's simple as that. But if you failed your stealth heist and you're in a situation where it looks like you're basically screwed, then this is good this is a good alternative to boost those stealth skills. And that's about it. This is the starter Payday 2 build. I apparently spent 4 million. Hold on, what did I mess up here? What did I mess up? Oh, right, sorry. I had to put that in there, and then like put that in there. I've spent $5 million on this build. So now, let's go into guns that you would mainly use, that I would say. And I'm going to be setting these so they're all normal-based, non-DLC weapons. So we're going to be going in the corner here. The best weapon is honestly the Car 4. Or, well, it used to be. But we will still buy it anyways, because I am poor. I mean, I'm literally poor. So I'm only going to mod this so it's for good, you know, like players of today. Now, how would I set this up? So, let's get your concealment about 10, right? So, what's our concealment at right now? It's 40. We got our we got our ECMs. Perk deck I also recommend running would be muscle, because it's good for loud. Though if you want to get hitman, you can get akimbo skills, and those akimbo skills you can buy akimbos and then basically do stealth that way, because the akimbos are pretty good as a concealment, because that's what they're supposed to do. But if you're not going to be going for that, we're going to be modding with this Car 4 here, right? So we preview with the weapon here. It's probably going to give it a boost in these skills, so we're going to put that into that. Now, the best suppressor is the low proof suppressor. So we're going to, let's see, where I could probably just borrow from this gun here. You'd think this would be a faster video, but no, I wasn't planned for this, pretty much. And I got other stuff to do. I need to help someone not have a bad day, which probably should just do that. Hold on, I need to check in them. Okay, they didn't answer back. Okay, now I'm paranoid. Oh god. Now, since you won't be having any of these mods, though the AK and Car 4 mod pack, I think is based in the game. Hold on, let me double check my thoughts and sources. Or is it the car? I don't know. Like, there was an update that changed the, what is it? Let's see. Pay 2, because I have all the DLC. Not future DLC, of course. That'd be weird. Okay, yeah, so it is DLC. I could have sworn there was an update to boost certain weapons. Like the Butcher's mod pack or something. Anyway, so we're going to be skipping on that. DLCs I recommend you buying first is the Gauge Mod Courier Pack, Gauge Weapon Pack 1. And then I would recommend picking up the Clover character pack for the Gambler, or not Gambler, God, what is it? Burglar. So we're gonna put this on it to give it a concealment boost and stability, so which isn't too bad. No point. Don't even put a don't even put a flashlight on these guns. Just don't. Just don't. You don't even have that ability. See, there's and then you don't really want to, you know, get rid of that concealment, because we're also trying to go for a bit of something. Let's see here. You got your vintage mag, and then you got your tactical mag, and that's about it. Probably put into tactical mag. It's only like a few things that are less in the barrel, but it gives it a concealment boost. No sights, because your stability is fine as it is. Let's see here. Stocks. Probably go for the folding stock. Gives it less stability, but also gives it more concealment. And the upper receiver. The only upper receiver, just put that on. Just put that on if you can find it. Just put that on. Just put it on. It gives it more damage and more stability. What can you ask for? So not the best in terms of accuracy, but it's still okay. Now, I would say have a good secondary. A very good secondary. Let's see here. Look at the basic secondaries here. The best secondary, I would say, is the Desert Eagle, if you can afford this. But if you can't, then I would go with the Bronco here. So, I'm going to teach you how to make the Bronco. Wow, okay. I literally bought 2 Broncos. I'm sorry. I'm stupid. Okay. Alright. The people are not even watching this video. Alright, we can't do that. We can't do that. Grab the grip for more stability. There we go. No sights. And then here's this, right? There's this side. This side. This side. This side. Just put it into that. I don't know what the heck that is, but there you go. And then grab the slimline. And there you go. You got 16 concealment. So you got a basic stealth gun, and then you got a Bronco, which is like a beast. But if you don't have that, then I recommend... Oh my god, I don't have money anymore. I almost don't have money. Or you could get that. Let's see here. Or you could get a cross kill. Reason being a cross kill is they're also very good at doing their job. So let's see here. A cross kill. What would we do for a cross kill? Well, since we're going to put a silencer on it, you don't want it to be too bad, so you would probably want to join the Payday 2 community. Join the Payday 2 community and get the Rotec suppressor. There you go. Now boosts. And then get the micro laser, probably. Get that micro laser. And then you have a choice of this. Just put that on it. There you go. Recommend getting the marksman sight. And then for the slide, I would say maybe get the vintage slide. Let's try and go for that. And as a melee, go for your weapon butt. That's just basically it. And since you have no throwables because you don't own any of the DLCs, if you didn't, then you have the Ace of Spades, and then hopefully you have Muscle On. And this is the starter build. There you go, everybody. I've did it. I've accomplished my mission of showing everyone my starter build. A Payday 2. It was a pain to make because half of the trees were open and I could have spent money on them. And I'm almost broke, so you know what? Maybe it's time to go Infamy because I don't need to make builds anymore. Wow. You know, this whole build update thing has really opened up my schedule for Infamy time. No. Anyways, that's about it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Please check out some of the videos on the channel. I gotta say, I've had fun making these builds. You know, for me to basically experiment and what I could see. We've done the Counter-Strike builds. We've done the Spike Spiegel build, my favorite build of all time. Because God, I made that build. You know, that's my build, and I love it. But with the new tree system coming out, all those builds will be obsolete. There's no vision for them anymore. But a new generation comes new generation videos. And that's about it, everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed my build series. Maybe, you know, maybe we'll finish up the series with some other builds. Finish up the stealth videos that I never got to finish, like Go Bank or Firestarter. But that's about it. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. This is Bob Brass signing out. No. Go check out some videos on the channel. And as always, see you in the next video. Stay safe and have fun. And I will go on with life and the madness of infamy. No, please, don't pull me back.